Okay, so there are 4 areas that they think would make up a complete player. So a player must have technical attributes, physical attributes, psychological and social. There's different types of analysis, okay, and there's different types of probably what we call scouting, okay. Sometimes you're going to have scouts that are going to a game to watch the opposition. So opposition scouting, you know, Arsenal are playing Liverpool, so Arsenal send a scout to the Liverpool game to watch the team, look at formation, style of play, what they do on set pieces, and all kind of range of things. So they can compile together a report, and then that report will be handed to the coaches. The coaches will sit, look at that, and will be able to try and formulate a plan that can win the game based on what they think the other team's going to be doing. Obviously, that's not particularly relevant to you guys at the moment because you're not coaches, you're players. So the type of scouting you're going to be looking at is when you're just going to watch one player. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to pick a player in your position and you're going to watch that player and you're going to analyze what that player does. Okay, in order to analyze a player, it's important that we know what we're looking for. Okay, the definition that I have for talent is a natural ability to be good at something that can be developed through appropriate training. Okay, so someone at the back kind of hit the nail on the head there where they said it's natural and it can also be trained. Okay, but there's so many different variations of what is a talent. Okay, there's no right or wrong answer really. And for a scout that's going to watch a game, they're looking for that little bit of talent, that little bit of potential, but it could be something that could be trained to become a real talent. Okay, so when a scout is going to watch a game, the one thing they're looking for, the one thing we look for is something which is 10 out of 10. Has a player got a 10 out of 10 attribute that makes them stand out? Okay, and that's what you really need to get towards to be a top player, is to have that one 10 out of 10 attribute. And if you look at top players, you know, you're going to see something, whether it's speed, whether it's finishing, whether it's tackling, whatever it may be. And it may be that you have something which a coach sees as has potential of being 10 out of 10. Okay, so that is what you should be looking for tomorrow when you're watching a player and you're trying to evaluate. Can you notice what their 10 out of 10 attribute is, or can you identify what they have the potential to be their 10 out of 10 attribute? Does that make sense? Yeah. So when we're talking about talent, okay, there's different things that come around talent. In England, they have like a 4-corner model. Okay, the general 4 corners at the FA is technical, physical, psychological, and social. Okay, so there are 4 areas that they think would make up a complete player. So a player must have technical attributes, physical attributes, psychological, and social. For us at Performance, we have a 5th one, which is tactical as well. Okay, so to make up a complete player, we have those 5 attributes. For me, if I was going just physical for a striker, it's quite simple in terms of pace, power, ability to hold off the striker. If you look at, say, a Ronaldo, his ability to jump, you know, raw power, flexibility, all of those things are really important. Balance, coordination, they're the physical attributes. Okay, heading isn't a physical attribute, but it's important to be able to head the ball powerfully, so the physical attribute is power, yeah, or strength, or coordination to make sure as the ball's coming across, you can meet it at the right time. I'm going to be with you when you're doing it, so you'll be able to ask me who the player's name is and you can write that in. Player number, what would that be? The number on the back of his shirt. His starting position, so where he starts, and then here it says changed position ? So did he change position in the game, or did his starting position look slightly different to what his position looks like when the game is live? You know, if you look at, say, Tomiyasu, Arsenal again, but he's a right back, but when Arsenal play, a lot of the time what happens is he comes in as like a right centre back, and we have 2 very attacking left backs. So there's a slight change of position in our formation there. Team formation, that's important, because when you're looking at a left back playing in a 3 at the back is different than if you're looking at a left back in a 4 at the back. Style of play, so that would be the style of play for the team. Are they attacking, defensive? Do they play a long ball? Do they play direct? Do they get the ball wide? Whatever that may be, you can put in there. Dominant foot and non-dominant foot. Can you work out what their dominant foot is and their non-dominant foot, right, and left, and score it out of 10, the same as you've done for yourselves? Then we get into here, technical attributes. So list all of the technical attributes that you see from that player, not from what you know a right back has, just what you see. So it might be that this right back is really slow. So you're not going to put that his physical attribute was that he was fast, even though you know that's what you might want in a right back. So technical, physical, tactical, and then social and psychological comes under there together. Okay, so you should fill in that whole box on all of the things that you see in those corners that we worked on earlier. Key game stats attacking. So I would like you to record some stats. So if it was a centre back, it may be that you count every pass that he completes. Okay, every time he completes a pass, you just have a little pass column. Maybe you do it in your notepad first and then write it up into here so it's not so messy. I'd recommend that. You could have a column for passing, a column for long balls. If it was a winger, a column for completed crosses, incomplete crosses, shots on target, shots wide, assists, shots. So you can pick what you think are relevant stats for the player, and then I'd like you to record them in your notepads and put them in here. That make sense? Turn the sheet over. You then have the player game overview, and obviously you can see on this one from Simon that he put an overview, a player game overview, so you can read that tonight, and then obviously you can kind of realize what you need to put in there. You're going to obviously probably be summarizing the stuff that you've put on the first sheet. What were the players' strengths? What were the players' weaknesses? And then what have you learned from the experience? You know, what did you take out of it? It might be that you've watched a player at right back and you think he's played really, really well, and you notice that he was beating the defender on the outside and getting crosses early, and that's not something you've done before, so that's what you've learnt today. Maybe that you're a striker and he always makes runs in behind, and that's not something that you normally do, and that's what you've learned. Okay, so that's what we're going to do tomorrow. Does that make sense?
If the ball gets played in the middle here, you've got one green can go and join in. So if it's passed in the middle. Now, I'm going to say if the ball goes out wide and we get a goal from the wide positions, it's worth 2 goals. Yeah? So it's up to you. We're going to play wide or go through the middle.
Be careful!
So the opposite white, you're crossing it, you can come in later. Yeah, come inside the box here. Yeah? We want to have at least three players minimum in the box. So 2 front players, the attacking midfielder, and if possible, you coming in a bit late. Okay? There was a bit of space in front of you, but it was on this half. Yeah, what did you do? Can you remember? You went. Yeah, did you make that run into this half? Yeah. Yeah? So, this can happen now. If one of these 2 players come in here, they can go. You can swap, okay? Now you can swap back later if you want, or you can stay up there. I don't mind. You just got to communicate to each other. What else was I going to say? One more thing. Let's go this way. Now, if I come in here, who was in here? You was in here, weren't you? Go on, give me the ball. So now, if I get into here, you come out of here. You come out of here. Now I've got this channel myself. Okay? Yeah? So we need to be aware of each other. A little bit of rotation and swapping. We need very much more of this talking, guys.
Skip.
You're going to do a sort of finishing little practice there. I think there's all sorts of things going on over there, so it'd be slightly different to here. So what do you think about what we were doing just now? What do you reckon? What were we working on?
Communication.
Communication. What's the main thing? What was the main thing? Think at the beginning, at the first thing we were doing.
Transitions.
At the beginning, what was we doing? The first thing we were doing?
Shooting.
Shooting and finishing. Is it fairly close range?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's all very sort of close range finishing, unless you were shooting near your goal somewhere, and it's a little bit further out. Okay. Yeah. Finesse. Did you curl one?
Curl it, yeah.
Volley.
You done a volley?
A lot of power, but dribbling too. No, that
You do a
dribbling shot was very
Yeah.
strong.
All right. Yeah. So close to the goal. Doesn't always have to be about power. Think about different ways to finish. Some really good combination play in the middle and out wide as well. Rotation. Yeah, think about the rotation. We don't do that enough. Yeah, think about the players swapping. Okay, we're not statues. We don't want to just be otherwise you'll be easy to mark. Okay, if you're swapping, the other team are going, oh God, we might mark him. Right, need a ball each, and just put it over there.
Hello guys, now we're gonna have a finishing session, so lots of striking on the goal, but before striking the ball, what do we need to do? So we're gonna look today about the movements, the 1-2s or the combinations we can do before finishing to the goal, and we're gonna add a defender then. So first thing, the player here we start, we always follow our pass. Always follow your pass. So I'm gonna start over there, so Sergio, how are you gonna receive it? I'll punch the pass there, and come and take this place, be ready for the next one. Player who receives here, you're gonna drive. Can you come in here, lay off, go around. Go, mount, position, run.